Don't talk. Yes. Sean. Okay. It's okay. Sean, hold on. Get your hand away. Get your hand away. Please, if you're about to start, it's okay. Hold on. Let me get the music. All right, we are live. Hello, good afternoon, young leaders. My name is Olo Amara Success Nwaize, and if you are joining me for the first time, I am the corporate sales executive at Jamie Padrol International and also the founder of OSN Global Services Limited, a digital marketing company that helps young business owners achieve growth, sales, visibility online. And you already know what we do here at Youth Spotlight, right? We have 7 people here already. Let me quickly go to the comment section and see what is going on there. Please, if you are joining, okay, Thomas Ifunaya, good afternoon. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining. Please tag your friends. We've started. We are going to start in a jiffy. Our guests are ready, super ready to join us today and share their experiences, right? If you are joining us, let us know your name and where you are joining us from. Okay, let's know your name and where you are joining us from. Good afternoon, Favor Chisom. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. And please tag your friends. Tag your friends. I had to go online and make a post to remind my audience that we've started live. So please tag your friends. Tag as many people as you can to the live session. Tag at least 10 people, right? If Naya, please tag. Favor, please tag. We've started, and let our guests know that we are ready to have them. Okay, Favor is watching from Lagos. Thank you, Favor, for joining. Please tag your friends. Mention at least 10 people, okay? This is a learning zone. We've had amazing individuals join us during the last episodes, and today we have 2 powerful young leaders that are doing amazing things in the leadership and entrepreneurship space. You've seen the flyers all over. So we are getting Val Okafor and Samuel Dike. Tag your friends. Let them know that we've started. Okay, notify everyone on your list. Notify everyone on your list. While you are tagging people, let me give you a run through. Many of us already know what we do here. It's like a ritual now. So we get young leaders who are doing amazing things across various industries and bring them on here to share their experiences, to share their challenges, to share what inspires them, just generally to share their stories and encourage peer-to-peer learning, right? So tag your friends. Okay, Favor has started tagging. Thank you so much, Favor. Mention more people. Get more people to join us here this afternoon. Get more people to join us here. Good afternoon. This afternoon, I mean. Please share this live. Share this live. Let's see how many people are sharing. Let me see how many people that are sharing. How many shares do we have now? Share this live. Tag your friends. Welcome, James. How are you doing? this afternoon. Okay, I'm happy and grateful for being part of today's session. It's going to be mind blowing, believe me. It's going to be very mind blowing. Make sure you stay to the end and tag people, tag your friends, mention your friends. Mention your friends. Like I said before, our guests are backstage, more than ready to give us the value that we came here for. Phil Emeka Eze, good afternoon to you too, joining from Enugu. Okay, thank you, Favor. Keep mentioning people. Let them know that we've started because today's session is going to be very powerful. Phil, please tag your friends. Tag at least 10 people on your list. Get them to join this live session, okay? Tag your friends. Tag your friends. Tag people. Let them know that we've started. Let them know that we've started. Tag people. Let them know that we've started. If you are watching me right now, let me know that you are watching me, okay? Tell me your name and where you are joining from. Your name and where you are joining from. Let me know your name and where you are joining us from. Okay, we are getting more ready. We are getting more ready for today. And I need more something happening in the comment section. Please use your comments. Use your comments. We are not here to learn alone. Use your comments. Call your friends. You know how we do it at Jamie Padwell International. It is not something that you can absorb alone. You don't want to grow alone. You want to grow together with your friends, with your family. Go and call them in the comment section, please. Because the things we have to learn today, it is going to be powerful, I'm telling you. Call your friends, okay? Call your friends. Let them know that we have started today's session. Let them know that we've started today's session. Like I said, we have two powerful young men that will be joining us today, Mr. Val Okafor and Mr. Samuel Dike. Young men who are taking the leadership and the business space by storm. Thank you, Phil, for tagging. And today we are going to be having them share their stories. Let's start by reading their bios, a brief introduction before I bring them on. Please start tagging, tag your friend, okay? And if you are just joining me, let me know your name and where you are joining us from. All right, Favor is still tagging. Thank you so much, Favor. Thank you so much, Favor. Tag as many people as you can to join today's session. All right, so we have Val Okafor. Val Okafor is a leadership and productivity strategist. He's a transformational speaker and social innovator who possesses an unwavering commitment to catalyzing exponential growth for individuals and organizations alike. His practical knowledge transcends mere information, providing invaluable wisdom and generates tangible results. At the Val Okafor Company, he serves as the executive director and training consultant, delivering value-based leadership development and personal effectiveness training programs. With an ardent belief in Africa's prosperity driven by its own people, he assumes the crucial role of outreach and event lead at Grand Africa Initiative, a distinguished Pan-African non-governmental organization empowering young African men and women in education, entrepreneurship, and innovation. His contributions extend beyond his professional endeavors. As a Nigerian Youth SDGs champion, African Change Makers Fellow, Commonwealth Open Source Leader, Fellow of the Yali Regional Leadership Conference West Africa, and proud ambassador of the Fela Durotoye Leadership Network, he embodies a deep commitment to making a lasting impact on society. His remarkable impact in the leadership development of African youth has garnered him numerous accolades and recognitions. Notable among these are the awards of achievement from the 234 Project Texas, USA, for his successful execution of a social intervention project benefiting underprivileged school children in Onweye community in Soka local government area of Enugu State, Nigeria. He has also been nominated for the prestigious First Baba Issa Award for his influential work in education and social good. Jamie Padwell International has honored him with the Young Leader Award, while the International Internship University India bestowed upon him the Innovative Young Africans Award. Val's unyielding passion for nation building and human capital development, particularly in developing nations worldwide, is palpable. He firmly believes that By allowing one's own light to shine, the ripple effect empowers other people to do the same, which is what he's currently doing, and even more. He's allowing his light to shine, and the ripple effect is here for all of us to see. He's not just a leader, he's a catalyst for transformation, an advocate for progress, and an inspiration to all those who strive to make a meaningful difference in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready to see Val, I'm not bringing him on without anything happening in the comment section. Let us know how ready you are in the comment section. Type I'm ready. Let's see your clapping, ovation, your fire emojis. If you're ready for him to come on stage, welcome him in the comment section because he's watching. He's watching everything, okay? If you're ready to have him on board, let's see you in the comment section. We have people here watching us. So if you are ready, let him know that you are ready, please. Yeah, Thomas says, I'm ready. Thank you so much, Thomas. If you are ready for us to bring Val Okafor on board, exactly, put your fire emojis. Let's know that you are ready in the comment section because it's not easy to come on here and spill his stories, spill his secrets for free, of charge, right? So if you're ready to hear all the juicy stories of how it happened, because I'm very much interested in learning how it happened, how he became the Val Okafor that we know today, how he was able to establish the Val Okafor company. If you're ready to hear all of these things, come on, please tell us you're ready in the comment section. Tell us how ready you are in the comment section. He's seen and he's taking notes. Please, let's make him feel welcome, guys. Put your fire emojis in the comment section. Let him know that you are ready for him in the comment section. Let him know that you are ready for him in the comment section. Okay. This is better, but we can do more. I believe that we can do more, right? We can do more. He deserves much, much more. Please keep the comments coming. Keep your fire emojis coming. Keep your fire emojis coming. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Mr. Val Okafor. Thank you so much, Val, for honoring our
Hello, everyone.
all
Thank you
of
very much.
today.
Thank you very much, Success. And thank you, everyone, joining around the world. It's such a pleasure to be here today to share. And, seeing the fire images shows that they are ready to, learn from my experiences and my knowledge. So it's going to be a great outing. Promise you all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very wonderful outing. Let's thank you so much to everyone who is being active in the comment section. We appreciate all of you. Thank you, Favor. Thank you, Phil, Emeka. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Who else is here? James, everyone. Thank you. Keep tagging people. Keep tagging people. Let's now bring on board. If you want to learn how to use technology to make a change, if you want to learn how to use tech, let's say you've been hearing about so many tools, but you don't even know how to apply them, then Mr. Samuel Dike is someone that you want to listen to today. Let's also introduce Mr. Samuel Dike to you. Samuel Dike is a software engineer using technology to make a difference in the society. As the founder of Tutapis Limited, he leads a team that is dedicated to solving social problems through the use of technology. Additionally, Samuel is deeply committed to helping young people acquire valuable career skills in the software and business sectors. One of Samuel's passion lies in expanding access to clean water for all. He plays a crucial role as the head of IT at Heart Water Aid and Empowerment Foundation, where he works tirelessly to bring safe drinking water to underserved communities. Through this work, Samuel is not only improving the lives of individuals, but also contributing to the overall development of these communities. Samuel serves as a youth coach on community development affairs at the NNA Akomjon Foundation Leadership Mentorship Program. In this capacity, he actively promotes sustainable development goals, working with young people to empower them and foster their leadership skills. Samuel's education and impact have not gone unnoticed. He was recognized at the League of Extraordinary Nigerians in 2020 for his significant contribution to the community. During his time with the National Youth Service Corps in Kwara State, he was awarded for his outstanding community service, demonstrating his selflessness and commitment to making a difference. Additionally, Samuel's efforts earned him a nomination for the prestigious NYSC Presidential Award, further highlighting his exceptional contributions. As an advocate for sustainability, Samuel uses Next Blue Netherlands platform to share stories and raise awareness about solving water and climate change problems. By informing a global audience, he strives to inspire action and drive positive change in addressing these critical issues. Samuel's technical expertise, combined with his genuine care for humanity, truly makes him a leader with an extraordinary vision. Overall, Samuel Dike is an exemplary software engineer who is using his skills and passion to solve social problems, expand access to clean water, and inspire others to take action. His commitment to community development and sustainability sets him apart as a leader, making a significant impact on society. So please, let's also welcome Mr. Samuel Dike in the comment section. Tell him welcome, please. If you're ready to have him on stage, before I review him to you, please welcome him in the comment section. Thank you so much, Peace Ekechi, for joining. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us. Tag your friends, okay? Tag your friends. Let them know that we've started. Share this live. Share it to your audience so they can also join us today and gain the value that we are about to start sharing. Please, Mr. Samuel Dike is ready for also, and we are ready to kick off. We just want to see just how ready you are, how prepared you are to take everything that we have for you today in. So please welcome him. Welcome him in the comment section. Welcome Mr. Samuel Dike in the comment section. Let's see how ready you are for today's session. Welcome him in the comment section. Welcome him in the comment section. Let's welcome Mr. Samuel in the comment section. Welcome him, please. Before I bring him on, okay, thank you so much, Phil Emeka. Thank you, Thomas. Okay. Good afternoon, Samuel. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us as well. And thank you so much for honoring our invitation today.
Thank you so much. Thank
Oh,
you so
can you
much.
hear
It's
me?
nice to be here on board.
Mr. Samuel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Val,
can hear
can
you
you
very
hear
well.
him?
Yeah, I can. Loud and clear.
Okay, you
Yes.
can hear him loud and clear.
Yes, I can hear you very well. Yeah, I can hear you.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Let me
very
take care
clear.
of my sound before we continue. Let me quickly take care of. Okay, Mr. Samuel, can you say something else now?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. I'm really
Yeah.
excited to be on board. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. I can hear you loud and clear. Thank
Yeah.
you again, Mr. Val, for coming. Let's start on a very light note, right? Today is public holiday, and how was yesterday? How did you spend Independence Day?
All
Mr.
right.
Samuel, let's start with you. How did you spend
Okay.
Independence
Well, today we went to pay a surprise visit to someone who just newly got married, and we went to eat a lot of food today. Eat a lot of food with them and share joy. In fact, it was really, really, really a surprise. It was amazing. And from that very event, I just ran and came into this session. So it was filled with joy. you know. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Val, how about you? How did you spend Independence Day?
All right. Thank you very much. Let me use this opportunity to welcome Mr. Samuel on the show.
Thank
Thank you
you,
and
Mr.
welcome,
Val.
sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
So
Thank you.
yesterday was Sunday,
Yeah.
being the first October 1st. I was in church, and when I came back, I had a little rest, and then I jumped on several meetings that lasted long hours and ended at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and then I went to bed. That was how I spent my October 1st.
Okay, then. Thank you both so much for still finding the time to be here with us today, despite your busy schedules. Like, we don't take it for granted. So, let's start with you, Val. Let's start with you. Please let us hear your story briefly. How did you become the man that you are today? How did you start? How did you start your journey?
All right, so this whole storytelling thing, there's no one size fits all to it. So I'm just going to start from somewhere. I hope that it makes sense to anybody who's listening. I've been able to share my story across various platforms, usually my inner circle platforms, and how that this young man was had a lot of challenges, from self-limiting beliefs to inferiority complex to imposter syndrome, and sometimes it sounds like fairy tale, like it's a lie. Val Okafor, no, it's not possible. But I'm telling you the truth. In 2009, I had the very first opportunity to represent my secondary school is in an essay competition. Guess what? I came third in the whole of Plateau State when I was living in Jos at the time. And then the organizers of this competition came to my school in order to present the gifts to me. And then I had opportunity to give a vote of thanks. And I was battling with giving that vote of thanks. Honestly, I was wishing that the ground should open so that I will enter inside, because I was feeling, I mean, what do I say? And I was afraid. These were my classmates rather, but I was afraid, But then that singular incident sparked up something in me. So I want to state a word. It meant that I could deliver value. It meant that I had something inside to offer, regardless of the self-limiting beliefs, regardless of the imposter syndrome, regardless of all of those things. And then after many years, okay, in 2014, that was the very year I came to realize myself, self-realization. Mark Twain said that the two most important days in life are the day you are born and the day you discover why. And so that's very month, I think in June rather, 2014 was the period of self-realization for me. I had a compelling burden to share what I knew with the next person by my side. And I was like, oh, I know something I could share with the next person. I'd succeeded in passing WAEC, passing NECO, and then attempted UTME. And I know that a lot of people here need the knowledge and experience that I have. And so I need to share with them. That was how it started. From my sphere of influence, which was the church. Okay. So I started organizing events in church. Oh, come learn how to succeed in your WASC, learn how to succeed in JAMP, learn how to succeed in NECO. And I've putting all those programs together. And I did it in 2014. I did it in 2015, on and on and on and on until I left the premises of my sphere of influence, and then I had to continue in the university. Like I said, the story is it's so long, but that was my starting point until I had a 1 year mentorship with Feladoro Toye, like a back to back learning the what's it called now? He called it um, the values of nation building. So I was learning the values of nation building for 1 whole year, 2017. And then in 2018 and 2019, I started serving. So all the knowledge that I had learned from him, I poured it out into serving my mentors, all of those people that I looked up to. I was serving them. I was developing capacity. We did that those years of actively serving. So in 2020, that was the official year. I said, oh, okay, Val Okafor, you've been doing a lot behind the scene. It's time to now impact the world. It's now to hold the hands of youths across Africa, in order to harness their unique ideas, their unique potentials to drive Africa's prosperity. And I'm happy, that we have not done badly. At least I have been part of the development process of more than 100,000 African youths across 30 African countries, and even across, to see how they can actually take charge of their lives. Thank you, thank you. I hope that this story helps. There are other
The
specific
story,
things, but but I hope that it answers that question.
the story is like a session on its own, like a master
Oh,
class.
really?
Many people would pay. Many people would pay just to hear that story. So I'm happy that
Yeah,
you are doing it as well. I'm very, very happy that you chose to shine your light. I'm so, so happy for the progress that
absolutely,
you made. Okay,
absolutely.
so
Thank you.
all right. How about you, Mr. Samuel? How did you start on your journey, your software development journey? Mr. Sam, did you hear my question?
All right. Thank you so much. My life actually it has two major aspects when it comes to this session. Um, yeah, I can hear you very well. I guess you can hear me. All right.
Yeah.
So I said my life it's in this aspect. Um, it's actually in two aspects. Number one is tech, and number one is community development. And these are the aspects I actually want to marry in this narrative.
Okay.
And if I should say, it started off with, I know in my entire life, from the beginning, I've been that person who is passionate about creativity. As a teenager, I dreamed so much of creating things I never even had access to tools or skills to doing that. In fact, most of the dreams I had then as a teenager, when you script them as a film, it's going to look like probably a science fiction. These were the kind of dreams I was having. So until my year one in the university, I came across volunteering. So I volunteered in the community development with my mentor in any accounting foundation. So I volunteered in that organization, and that was the first time I realized that the little I can do very little things to impact someone else who is actually who actually needs something. So it were just a little things, as little as my time, as little as my resources, and all that, putting smile on people's face, and also contributing to a community that is driving a change. So I actively volunteered, and I can remember such a time where I was involved in that, and it triggered a passion about community in me. So in the process of time, before I graduated from university, I've acquired tech skills. I became a programmer. I was able to build web solutions for people, for organizations. And gradually, in final year, that was when I started Tutapis Technologies as a sole proprietor who was on his hostel bed building some software for people. And gradually, I began to grow in my skill as a software developer then. But one thing, striking moment in my life was during my NYC as a National Youth Service Corps. So I saw it as a big opportunity to volunteer. You know, I've been volunteering, and most I've been looking for volunteering opportunity. I heard about personal CDS. Personal CDS. I said, wow, it's actually a 1 year to unleash my passion for humanity. So I saw it in an entirely different way, different from how so many persons in Nigeria, so many youths see NYC. I saw it in that manner, and I used the whole of my strength to serve Nigeria. I mean it so much. I mean, I used the whole of my strength to serve Nigeria during my NYC. Like I was serving spontaneously, continuously, from the beginning of the year to the end of the year of my service year. And it was so powerful, like it was so serious that at the end of the day, the things I did inspired me. Like they so much inspired me. Like still, whenever I go back to the story, my NYC story, I get inspired. So, and towards the end of my NYC, one of the projects I did, I got NYC award then, got a NYC Kwara State Award at first position 2020, and I was nominated for National Youth Service NYC Presidential Award for the community projects I did. Now, this project, one of them opened a new door for me. What was one of them? One of them was actually a water project I did in a remote community that the government, nobody hear about them. So what happened was that I just visited for a sensitizing the community. And after sensitizing the community, they told me that they don't have water. I was sensitizing them about SDGs, about clean water and all that. They told me if we should talk about clean water, we don't even have water. I said, wow, can we go to where you have your water? Let me see how your water is. And it was what you cannot even use to wash your leg. You cannot use it to wash your feet or even wash your hands. I said, wow. So that was what triggered me. I took snapshots and took videos of it. And I used social media, hashtags, and all that to amplify the voice of the community, right from the
Wow.
community. In fact, the community I stayed was 2 hours away from the nearest town, 2 hours drive away from the nearest town, from a lorry. It was Kwara State. So right from there, I I was in that community. I didn't have access to people. The people I had was local people in the community and my fellow core members. Right from there, I was able to use technology to amplify the voice of this community, to raise awareness about the problem of this community, to the point that I was so amazed that this campaign I raised from that community got to the international community. It got to
Wow.
the attention of the international community, got the attention of people all over Nigeria, including the office, the presidency. It got to so many persons, and it was so amazing that it was actually a 21 days consecutive campaigning for that community. So after everything all said, I was able to give them access to clean water, attract water, help for
Wow.
them, and they got that. So after then, I left my service and all that. I came to realize an aspect where I have strength in. I said, if I can see a connection between technology and community, it's going to drive more change, more impact. So I began to narrow my tech skill towards building solutions that impacts community, that solve social problems. So I joined the Husky Water Aid, where I was head of IT because I'm so much interested in working with people who are driving change. You know, I joined Husky Water Aid. In fact, most of my life is full of inspiration. It inspires me. Anywhere I work inspires me. Whatever I do inspires me because it has to inspire me before inspire others. So
Hmm.
I realized that we use technology to do amazing things that help people get access to clean water in Nigeria. And it's one of the biggest water NGO in Nigeria. And I came back to my company, which is later incorporated after my service. I came back and realized that instead of just probably we are building software, we are building website, everyone is building website, everyone is building software. Yes, we can now narrow what we are doing to impacting people, impacting business, impacting the community. So this has also inspired us to build software solutions that solves major problems in education, major problems in the NGO world, major problems in different aspects of life. So I actually also got to venture into leadership because I realized business leadership because I realized that in business there are a lot of problems that we have, which is the problem of leadership in business. And that is why people lack integrity. That's why businesses fail in the hand of people. And that's why people use their business as tools for corruption, as tools to either, instead of building the community, as tools of destroying the community. So I actually ventured into building myself in the aspect of business leadership. And at the course of time, I was able to build my team in Two Tapis Limited that helps to build software solutions and are actually inspired about work. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Samuel. But I want to understand something, right? When you say software solutions, what kind of software do you build? Like, what kind of software?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Did you get my question, Mr. Samuel?
All right. Majorly, we focus on, in Two Tapis Limited, we focus on businesses, helping businesses to automate their process, their work process. For instance, there are people who
Okay, looks like we lost Mr. Samuel. While we wait for him to get back, Val Okafor, can you hear me? Okay, right. So let's get back to you. I want to myself and for everyone else here to understand what you are currently actively pushing, like what you are currently about right now. So we focus on that, and then I can ask my questions along that line.
Okay, so thank you very much, success. And if Samuel were here, I would have also said kudos to him for the job that he's doing with his team. So, what is Val Okafor pushing? My vision is the prosperity of Africa driven by young people like you and I. I
Hmm.
so much believe that Africa's potential can be harnessed and driven by young people if only they are redirected. So that's one of my biggest vision, to ensure that the young people living in Africa drives the prosperity, financial prosperity, leadership prosperity of Africa. That is what I'm pushing through my training programs, through my mentorship, through my coaching, through my speaking engagements. And again, I believe that any nation that wants to be sustainable must intentionally invest in her young generation. And so there's a campaign that we are launching very soon known as the Young and Purposeful campaign, which targets teenagers across Nigeria, across Africa. So that campaign will help them to actually understand who they really are and understand the meaningful impact that they can create in their, whether it's their families or their schools or their environment. So that is what we are currently pushing, and I hope that we'll partner with organizations, individuals to make sure that this vision is actualized.
Oh wow, that's incredible. There are some persons, there are a lot of comments in the comment section. Let's go and take a look at them. You really got a lot of fire emojis, Mr. Val, when you were telling your story. I told you that it's a full book on its own that people are willing to pay for to get, right? And welcome, Stephanie Williams. Thank you so much for joining us. Tag your friends, let them know that we've started. Welcome, Mr. Bethel. Mr. Bethel Onema is here. Shout out to you. I hope you enjoyed your Independence Day. Thank you so much for joining Bethel Onema. And please tag your friends in the comment section, right? Okay, let's continue with our conversation, Mr. Val. You do a whole lot of things, like you do so many things. I am not going to ask what inspires you to do what you do because you've already explained that in the course of all of this. You want to see young persons who are making positive impacts, who are making massive impacts and taking charge of their lives, right? So now let's look at the challenges that you face while doing all of this because I'm sure it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So, what are those challenges, and how are you always able to overcome them and still show up strong as if nothing is happening?
Yeah, you see, it's a success. The truth is this, and this is what I share with my friends and those who care to listen. In every man's promised land, there are giants. Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're born with a silver spoon or if you're born with a wooden spoon, but in everything, whether it's your dreams or your vision that you want to accomplish, there are challenges. So having this understanding that for me to be able to make remarkable impact, I must be faced with obstacles. And I have an understanding that, you know, a pilot is not known or celebrated when he just flies a plane without storm. It is when you are able to navigate the storm in the cloud that we are going to celebrate you. That you're a great pilot. The captain who is driving a ship will be celebrated, by how he's able to skillfully navigate, the storm in the sea. So any great person who is pursuing something that is tangible must be faced with challenges. And I know that in order to help young people redirect, there's this saying that says when the head is in the right direction, you don't need to bother about the legs. So in order to put their heads in the right direction, I know there are challenges, background, family challenges, cultural challenges, back where they're coming from, ideological challenges. So a lot of mindset renewal has to happen. So these are the challenges that I grapple with. But you know what? I know that with the right mentorship, I know that with the right guidance, information, people can take charge of their lives. People can take absolutely charge of their lives. And if you permit me, I'll just share a little story, just a little story, and to consolidate what I've just said now. Now, in 2018, I was working with Mrs. Noella Ugu, who is a management consultant based in Lagos at the time. And she had called on me, a university undergraduate in Nsukka, you know, say, Val, I need you to coordinate the training of teenagers in Nsukka. Guess what? Nsukka is is a community, made up of low income earners. And we are bringing this kind of training for the first time in that city. It has not happened before. So, in Port Harcourt, in Abuja, Lagos, people pay as much as 35K per day. And you're
Yes.
asking me to drive this kind of program in the village? Come on now. So, but you know what? I took up that responsibility. I said we're going to do it. Thankfully, Guaranteed Trust Bank, had partnered with us to make it free. But then that's why I said the mindset of the people was also interfering. So I went literally knocking on doors from door to door, explaining the benefits of this program to parents.
Wow.
Ma, allow your son, allow your daughter to come and learn how to live purposefully, to understand what vision and process is about, understanding how to set goals. They said, no. How am I sure that you're not going to kidnap our children? And for some others, they were like, how much are you going to pay our children for coming for a free program? Who does that? So these were the challenges that I had to grapple with, but I wasn't even perturbed. What was important to me was, Val, you are going to make remarkable impact in the world. That was just what preoccupied my mind. And I remember how I wrote letters to churches. I wrote to St. Peter's, I wrote to Christ Church, I wrote to St. Teresa's Cathedral, the university community as a whole. I sent invitation to them. I made sure that everybody around me knew of this program. Guess what? Our target was 150 kids. We had about 120. After the training and the second day, their parents came sneaking in. They were because I believe that these children would have gone home to tell their parents, Ma, I learned etiquette. I learned that, oh, you have to knock before you enter. I learned that you have to, a lot of things that they never knew before. So
Wow.
their parents snuck into the training to learn. And we did 120 children in 2018. Guess what? In 2019, we did 240 children in partnership with the University
Amazing.
of Nigeria. Yeah. And then, after that, I also committed my own time and resources. Before I left the city of Zuka, I made sure that over 1,000 children had access to, personal development trainings. We got books from America. We distributed books from America. We got, paid the school fees of some people, repainted a school, did quite a lot of, engagements in that city, because I know that if you are able to liberate a man's mind, there is no height he cannot attain. I tell you the truth. So
Yes.
these are the challenges, but the understanding that, once a man is able to have a grasp of the reason why he's alive, there's no height he cannot attain. So this has formed my learning process as well, and helps me to break down every obstacle. I've burnt the bridge that leads backward years ago. I burnt it. So as soon as I have a project right in front of me, it's that I knock you down, I jump over you anyhow, but I know that it's a forward movement.
Guys, something more needs to be happening in the comment section. Please, please, I want to see everyone in the comment section. Val he's really, really blowing our minds here. So please appreciate him in the comment section. Appreciate him in the comment section. Did you hear that? That once you have a grasp of what you are born for, like there is no challenge that you cannot overcome. So please appreciate him. Zainab, thank you so much for joining. Miracle, thank you for joining. Peace, thank you for joining. Phil is still here. Thank you for joining and being very active. Please tag your friends in the comment section. I think someone tagged you, right? So please tag them as well and let them know that it is very, very heated in this room and they need to be here and listen to Val's stories. Okay, let's not get this alone. Everyone needs to hear this. Everyone needs to hear this. So Val, you've been blowing our minds, right? I've just been here doing wow. Oh, aha, aha. Okay, so let's now go over to the mistakes you've made. What are the mistakes that you've made in your journey that we could learn from?
Okay, so I mean, this is very interesting to talk about because mistakes are part of growth. So if you're making any mistake, it's part of it. It's just a comma. It's not a full stop. It's
Yeah.
a bend. It's not the end of the road. And so certain mistakes that I made, let me just come from the angle of the use of social media. I didn't understand how to use social media, especially Facebook. I didn't understand Facebook, how to use Facebook, so I was commenting anyhow. I was typing anything that came to my mind. I was posting things that came to my mind because I never had a direction. And a man who doesn't have a direction, any road will appear to be like the main road. So I was just, all over the place without clarity, without focus. So today, I'm a journalist. I'm talking about stuff. Tomorrow, I'm posting about football. The next day, it's either we are arguing politics or comedy, all of those things. And, it was happening because there was no focus, there was no direction, and there was nothing. When your eyes are single, the Bible says your whole body will be full of light. So there was no light around because my eyes were scattered all over the place, looking at so many different things. And so, well, these were the little mistakes I made, but I'm very thankful that I had to identify this development thing in time. I understood purpose before going to the university, and I made use of my time in school very, very well. I am somebody that loves to learn. I love to improve every day. I saw a quote that changed my life. Never go to bed as empty as you woke up. And since that day, I never go to bed as empty as I woke up. I must learn something. It's even these days that I'm even lazy. I was mad with my vision before. I was a school teacher. I was teaching English. Guess what? Every day I learned 20 new words. Every single day I teach my students 20 new words the next day, like that. So you have to keep learning to be able to teach. And I made sure that I disperse knowledge, not looking at anything. I mean, growing up like that without looking at anything. So I stretched myself so much, learning and learning and learning and learning. And I'm grateful that it has paid off. I may not be there, but I can tell you definitely I'm not where I used to be. I am not
Yes.
where I used to be at all in terms of the knowledge that I have, in terms of the experiences that I've built, in terms of the capacities that I've developed over the years. And yeah, and you can see that in the work that I do and in the people that I'm leading. So that's it. That's it. Thank you for
We
asking.
see that. We see it clearly. It's so clear. And congratulations. You are making an amazing impact. We at Jamie Pajol International, we celebrate you heavily. We celebrate you big time. So, Mr. Samuel, welcome back. You were telling us the software that you use to grow your business or to make impact before we lost you. Please continue, sir.
All right. So basically, what I first, because I moved from working as a software engineer to working knowing that I cannot just do all these things all alone. So I realized the power of team, and that is where I unleashed the power of my vision. So I began to bring in people who understand, who are like minds, software engineers who are like minds, to help people solve problems because we're interested in helping other people solve problems, especially businesses. So we came to realize that a lot of businesses are still doing works manually. They have, and a lot of individuals have a lot of visions, so many visions that they don't actually know how to interpret them, how to bring them to reality. Digital visions, digital dreams, how to bring them to reality. And we brought out ourselves and made ourselves available to help people bring in their visions to reality through software development. Like we targets basically on businesses. So we are doing a B2B business, and these things we are actually doing, we realize that they are actually helping these businesses get more results and make life much more easier for them. Like there are a lot of projects. There are some projects we're working on recently about on that focus on education. We are so excited that we work with people who we there are a lot of visions that we people share with us, and we want to help them to bring it to reality. And most of these visions are actually visions that so much inspire us. Like we say, wow, like there's a last project we're working on education. It's actually called Approach Connect, and I'm so happy to mention it here. It's this vision. It's actually solving the educational problem in Nigeria, like you bringing in a university setting system into a single app that truly understands the problem of students, knowing that the Nigerian education system is not helping the people. So we are developing alternatives, an alternative that will help the people in the university and help them that at the end of their school, they'll be able to know that they really went to school and they found solutions. So this platform, just one of the platforms that we are working on. And we are working on platforms on blockchain, platforms that on community. For instance, we help people set up campaigns that reach people all over the globe. Most people are running campaigns, especially NGOs. They are running campaigns and they are not actually getting visibility. Most of them are doing a lot of impact in the community and they are not getting visibility. So we utilize not just software, but the web app development skills that we have to help people set up systems that will bring out the work they are doing in the local community to the global stage and help them to tell their stories, better stories of impact, so that they will be much more visible in the global community and gain more funding that will help our Africa. It's funny that I try to always match this community with tech because I have personally worked with organizations where I serve as either head of IT or I serve as anything related to IT. I came to realize that many people, especially the NGO aspect of our community, a lot of them are solving problems in the local community, but they are not heard. Nobody hears about them. And it's actually what they desire, it's not what they want. They are voiceless, and it denies them of opportunities that are global. Most of them are not global at all, and most of them are just doing the things they are doing, and they are not receiving help enough to maximize their impact. So we help to amplify their voices. We help to build solutions that will focus on.
Oh, I think we okay, let's just go to the comment section and see what is happening there. Let's see the new people who have joined us. Please, if someone mentioned you and you got to join us, let us know your name and where you are joining us from, okay? And then go ahead and tag your friends as well. They mentioned you for a reason. Why? They are getting value. They are loving what they are hearing and want you to get to hear the same as well. So please mention other people in the comment section. Start by telling us your name and where you are joining us from, and then go and mention others in the comment section. James says best youth spotlight edition so far. Um, I would I can agree with you. I can agree with you. Miracle says, wow, thank you so much. Okay, she's thanking the person that tagged her. Doreen Adekunle is here. Thank you, Doreen, for joining. Favor is here as well. Thank you, Favor, for joining. And thank you so much for tagging your friends. Thank you for tagging people. So please, we are getting back to it, okay? Mr. Val, I hope you are ready for our next set of questions.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm here.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, where do you see yourself, let's say 5 years from now?
All right. So I've been able to articulate my my life in 5 years under three categories. in terms of career, providing consultancy services to major organizations and even uh, government. So because I want to drive the prosperity of Africa by African young men and women, those young people will not do it alone. They need the help of government. They need the help of development organizations. They need the help of stakeholders, policy makers, and influencers. Right? Policy influencers. I mean. So when I have these consulting sessions with presidents of nations, I'm going to talk to them about investing in youth development. Having that conversation with presidents of nations, with development organizations, with who invests in harnessing the talent and the for me as a person, based on what I love to do. I love to teach, I love to speak. Seen the United Nations General Assembly, African Union, ECOWAS, all of these diplomatic bodies, and having conversations and standing behind the podium. In the next 5 years, I should have been able to raise people who can represent me anywhere in the world. And I'm already doing that because the beauty of leadership is to a leader is successful when his successor succeeds. That's the beauty of leadership. You're not successful until your successor succeeds. And I'm a big believer in that. I love to invest in people and see that people are actually living their best life. So in the next 5 years, I hope to increase the reach of the people that I mentor or I coach or I counsel or I guide. And I already have a platform for that known as the Next Level Conversation. And I'm happy to have raised hundreds of young people. Yesterday we were having a clarity session, and I was just smiling. Why? Because I had two of the people that I mentored who were also mentoring people. We had 567 people on the group, and had these people who have gone through my mentorship, teaching, sharing. That's the beauty of leadership, to see others and do what you do. And my inspiration is Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ asked Peter, "Do you love me?" Peter said, "Yes, I do." He said, the company is yours, feed the people. And then he left, and his organization grew in his absence. That's what leadership is about. If your organization die, when you die, you've not yet succeeded.
Yeah.
So that for me, in the next 5 years, I should have raised a lot of people who are living better versions of their lives. So that's what I hope to achieve. I'm trusting God to do that.
Okay, I hope you achieve them as well because it's a very massive vision.
Yeah,
Let us know. Tell us how you.
if your dream does not scare you, Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum says it is not big enough. So yeah, it has to be big, it has to be scary, it has to be impossible for it to
No,
qualify as a vision. Yeah,
it is something you can totally do. It is something that you can totally do, right? So
absolutely.
yes, tell us how you have fun, right? How do you have fun? Because and after you tell us how you have fun, and then also let us know how you are able to balance that with the work you do.
Hey, here's a problem now. Okay, so I know a lot of people do not know this side of me, but I love to take care of myself, in terms of relaxation. And when I have to do what I do, I'm a hard worker. Like, yeah, I spend so much time either reading, researching, building something, thinking. So that's what the people see me online. But behind the scene, if I want to rejuvenate, I take myself out, have some Arabian tea and chicken suya, and discuss. I see movie once in a while though, and then but what I do most of the time to relax myself is comedy skits. So I jump on some comedy skits and I relax myself, and that's a way of rejuvenating actually. Sitting down to even to sleep, to rest is also a way of rejuvenating. So what I do for fun, they're not so much anyway. Going out, you know, having some stuff to eat, and seeing some comedy skits. And if I have the time, I see a few movies, and then we'll move on.
Okay, so it's such a simple thing that it doesn't ever try to distract you.
Mm,
Do you get my
none
question?
at
Like,
all.
okay,
Yeah.
give us advice on how to balance our work and our fun lives, right? There are a lot of youths who do not know how to strike that balance. Okay, they spend a lot of time having fun that they now have less time to work. While there are excuse me, why there are so many other youths that spend so much time working and then they look back, let's say they've gotten where they want to 10 years, they look back 10 years ago and they've realized, they ask themselves, like, what exactly have I been doing? They can't find any fun memories where they've been playing, or let's say in the process of working, they've now lost relationship with friends and family. So how are
Yeah.
you able to, yes, how are you now able to strike that balance so everyone is happy at the end?
All right, great. I love that you talked about relationships. I'm so intentional about the people around me. If you know me very well, I'm very, very intentional about, I'll keep following back to back, ask you questions about yourself, your career, whatever it is that you're doing, because I believe that, relationship is key, and it's the courage. See, regardless of whatever it is that we're building, whatever you need is in the pockets of somebody. And so if you don't have a good relationship with the people around you, they could be the ones to mention your name in the boardroom. So don't take it for granted, the relationship you're building with people. So I do that, take it very seriously. And then moving on to balance. Okay, so strike a balance between work and fun. Guys, the truth is this: I value time so much, and I have this ideology that time is life and life is time. If you waste your own time, you're committing suicide. If you waste other people's time, you're committing murder. And a lot of people have murdered other people by just wasting their own time. And they're killing themselves by wasting their own time. So it's actually to be time conscious, be somebody that manage time, apportion time to certain things. Okay, today I'm going to read 2 chapters of a book, or I'm going to uh, do a research, and from so time to so time, this is what I'm going to be doing. Have a to-do list, TDL, a to-do list, okay, that you follow. You can actually infuse your fun time in it. So for 1 hour, I'm going to be seeing a movie. For 1 hour, I'm going to be seeing a friend. For 1 hour, I'm going to be having ice cream, over crispy chicken, whatever it is. But just have that, be time conscious. That is just it. Be time conscious, and don't overdo. Don't have too much time for play. Yeah, a lot of people say, "Wow, please allow these children to play, allow them to play and all that." But adage that says that whenever you wake up, that's your morning. I don't know if you've heard that before. That whenever you
Yes.
wake up, that's your morning. But Val Okafor will say, please don't wake up late. If you wake up late, I mean, others would have gone ahead of you. It's good to sleep, but make sure you wake up in time. So that's what I have to say. Be time conscious, and have a to-do list that guides the activities of your days. Thank you so much.
Okay, so guys, we've heard it. Be time conscious and have a to-do list that guides the activities of your days. The comment section is really on fire today, guys. Thank you so much for being so active. Miriam Modinaka says he's the best ever. Thank you, Miriam, for joining. Favor, thank you for joining. Miracle Agabi, when an organization dies. Okay, yeah. Stephanie, thank you as well. Jefta, thank you. Peace, thank you. Miracle, thank you. Keep tagging people, okay? Let them get to hear everything that we have here. So, Mr. Sam, good afternoon. Welcome back. Let's get back to you. Briefly tell us the challenges you face while growing, right, in the course of your business and brand building, and how you are able to overcome them. Just one or two challenges.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So some of the challenges that
Okay. Um, I'm trying to, sorry, excuse me. I'm trying to get across to know. Um, Let me check on Mr. Samuel and then just a sec.
All right. So thank you.
Okay, he's
Sorry
back.
for the disconnect. All right. So one of the major challenges we face personally and also as an industry in Two Times Limited is that we realize that most people we work with, like the software engineering industry, we realize that there are a lot of people who are highly skilled that we supposedly want to work with and to help achieve the big dreams and be in part of our team and achieve the big dreams that we have. But we realize that there is a big issue. And this issue, this challenge is not only associated with me as an individual or as a company as well. It's associated with the industry. Realize that there's a challenge of finding people to be part of your team, to be part of your own vision, to driving your own vision, who have integrity in driving it with you. We realize that there are a lot of people who are highly skilled. Yes, they are highly skilled. They can do a lot of coding. They can do a lot of tech that you can think of. But they have certain issues of integrity. They have certain issues of working with people in a team and working effectively in a team. So most of these challenges, it could have a long way to affect the work that you do and the output that you get as a person or as a company because you work with people and you work in a team. So because of that, I actually had to be much more intentional. That was what drove me to be much more intentional about making sure that everyone working with me and beyond the people working with me, we address the challenges of integrity as a business person or as a skilled person. Because in the skilled industry, everyone is teaching you about the skill, how to acquire the skill. Everyone is teaching you how to get the skill, how to be good at that. But they are not necessarily teaching you how to use the skill well, with integrity, and how to highly represent yourself and care about others. Having the issues of emotional intelligence to work with people intelligently. So that's actually the skill gap. And that's a big challenge, like very big challenge in the industry. And it's not easy because the level of visions we've got to now, it's something that's beyond probably individually working on a lot of things. I cannot do a lot of things at the same time. So for us to drive and grow to where we want to achieve, we need people, young people, who are passionate in solving problems. We need young people who have skills and who are also ready to learn skills. But we realize that these people could be disastrous when they just have the skill, but they have the issue of controlling what they have and how to apply it effectively to deliver effectively. So that's why I became much more interested in business leadership, leading people in the aspect of business, leading young people, letting them know that this thing is not about skill. There's something much more about this skill. Because there are a lot of people who have the skill, they are using the skill to destroy a lot of things. They are using the skill to hurt things, to hurt people, and they are using the skill to tamper with your project, probably a team project, because someone probably have the issue of impatience. Somebody has issue of responding to people. It's because the person has certain skill and it's highly skilled and feels that they are powerful enough to drive anything they want. So it's going to have a very negative impact on your business. It's going to have a negative impact on this team and the community that you're building. So this is a very big challenge, and that's why I had to pay much more attention to business leadership, teaching young people that beyond acquiring skills, you just have to learn how to have integrity. Because as a person, as an its company, we've come to realize that a lot of businesses or companies has come to submit projects that were started by other persons. And sometimes I ask them questions, I get to interview them. The kind of things they talk about, it's so messy. I came to ask myself, why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
Okay, Mr. Val, let's get back to you. The next question: What do you want to be remembered for?
Uh, wow. This morning I was listening to Ibukuna Washika. I was listening to her speech at the Global Leadership Summit, and she said something remarkable. She asked a question. She said, "Imagine, that you're reading a book of the life that you've lived. What do you want to read in it? How do you want that book to end? Imagine you're 80 years, 95, 100, and you're telling your children and grandchildren stories of your life. What kind of story would that be? And it's so inspiring. So for me, I want to be remembered for the impact that I made in the lives of people. How that I turned ordinary men into valiant armies. That's all. How the people came in contact with me and their minds changed, the perception about life changed, and they achieved greatness. You know, that's what I want to be remembered for. And I'm working on it. I'm on it. And I'm on that journey, and I'm intentional about it. And I hope that God helps me to be able to do this within the period that I'm alive. So yeah.
Yeah, God will help you. You are well on your way, and you are almost there. So please tell us about mentorship, right? Tell us the role mentorship has played in getting to where you are today. I feel like so many young persons need to hear it from you before they would
Yeah.
actually start taking action. So please educate us. Tell us about the role of mentorship.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Success. And I'm really sorry about Samuel's network, honestly. So, in order to decipher the myth around mentorship, I'm just going to tell a short story. The origin of mentorship. It's actually from a Greek mythology. And in this Greek mythology known as Odysseus, the story tells us that the king in that particular vicinity, known as Odysseus, was going on a journey with his trusted counselor, whose name was Mentor. So, as they were going on this, journey, he was going on a Trojan war, and he knew that he was not going to come back because it was 50-50. You either win or you lose. And so he told Mentor to teach his son Telemachus the principles of the kingdom, the principles of life. That guy who was surnamed Mentor, that was his real name. Mentor was his name. Started, teaching Telemachus the principles of the kingdom, how to be a king, how to lead with influence, and all of that. Now, because of the knowledge he had, because of his experience, he had to train this Telemachus guy to become a king that is worthy, a king that is worthy of emulation. Now, that 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 whole experience have now been translated into English to mean guidance, to mean counsel. So that word mentorship was the name of somebody who was, a true guide. So how does this make sense to this conversation? Mentorship is key in anything you want to achieve. What that means is that for whatever it is that you are pursuing or you want to pursue, somebody has achieved success in it, and somebody is achieving success in it. So why do you want to waste your time gallivanting all over the place, picking from Google, picking from YouTube? Those things are very good, and I mean very, very good, but it's like drinking water from a fire hydrant. Have you seen somebody who takes a host and then puts, like, it's too much information? Why not go to somebody who has filtered that information and only applied what works to teach you? If I want to learn how to fry akara, I'll go to Mame Buka. How do you fry your okara? It's very simple. Oh, I mix beans with this and this and this. Instead of going on YouTube to say, I want to learn how to fry okara. You see several videos. So what time do you have in order to filter the right one? So why not locate somebody who is already achieving success at it, or somebody who has achieved success already to teach you? Now, mentorship will not come on a platter of gold. It may not come on a platter of gold. Some mentorship may start transactionally. So you have to like pay your way into that mentorship experience. For some others, you have to serve your way into that mentorship experience. So whichever works for you, I'm encouraging you to take part in that. For me, at the time I started this whole journey, it was service that actually got me into the hearts of my mentors I actually served. But right now, I'm paying, to be in some kind of rooms. So it may not come to you like a walk in the park. You have to like pay your way, take the pain to pay your way into mentorship. And if you have the skill, please serve your way into mentorship. The truth is, it's going to shorten the years you're going to spend on trials and error. Yeah, if somebody comes to me to say, Val, I want to do this, I'm going to delete all the mistakes I made, and I'm just going to paste the successes that work, the principles that worked for me. That's the beauty of mentorship. And I hope that those listening will be able to locate their mentors and start immediately.
They can locate because we have the youth mentorship program. They've already located.
Awesome. I
Okay.
mean, programs like this.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Val, and thank you to everyone in the comment section. Now, our last question, so we can leave you to go and rest. Please tell us the projects that you are currently, what project are you currently working on, and how can we take part of it? How can we be part of it?
All right, so I've mentioned it before. I talked about our young and purposeful campaign, which we're going to be launching maybe this week. I'm going to make an announcement on Facebook and other social media handles. So that's what we're working on. And our vision is to put the material we are going to be using for this campaign, which is a book titled You Can't Afford to Be Useless. So put it in the hands of 1 million teenagers across Nigeria, and we hope that it helps them to achieve realization before achieving self actualization. How can you be a part of this? You can partner with us to say, oh, okay, let's distribute 1,000 copies, 500,000 copies, 1 million copies to this community. You can say, oh, I want to have this particular set of copies in my church, in my community. I want to impact the lives, and you partner with us to be able to achieve that. And the other mission is actually on building leaders who can create meaningful impact wherever they find themselves through the next level conversation, my mentorship program. So you can be a part of it, and it's for a token. And so I can see some of the members are here on this live, they're here in the chat. I can see them, and they can tell you firsthand, they can tell you how remarkable it has been. So one thing I believe is I'm not the guy that will come and put so many copy, what copywriters do, so that no, I'm not interested in that thing. The impact is raw. So it's meaning, when your test is success, do you need any prophet to say go and fetch water? No, you don't need any prophet to fetch water. So if you are in their need to become a better person, locate those who are already doing it and ask them questions. And that's how to get them. So I'm waiting for you to get on board, and you will testify of the impact. If success will permit me, to in 1 minute to share, as a way of rounding off and concluding. Ladies and gentlemen, can I tell you something? This success thing, achieving greatness, is not cast on stone, but there are principles you must follow. One of those principles is identifying what you love, identifying what gives you a sense of fulfillment. Yeah, it makes your life meaningful. Imagine if all Nigerians are doing what they love and doing what they have been called to do. This country will be a great place to be, because nobody loves kidnapping. Imagine the kidnapper understands purpose. Imagine the fraudster on the internet understands purpose. Social vices will be at the barest minimum. So identify what you're good at, identify what you've been called to do, identify your purpose, identify what God has put on the inside of you, and stake your life to it. What did I say? Stake your life to it, pursuing it, and you will achieve super success. Because you know what the Bible says, that if you see a man who is diligent in his business, he's going to stand before kings and not mean men. And the works of your hands will be blessed. I will bless the works of your hands. So everywhere God talks about work, he say there's a blessing attached to it, and all that. Number two is stay the course. Don't be in a haste, don't be in a hurry, to achieve greatness. Life is in phases, men are in sizes. It takes 21 years to be 21 years old. You cannot jump the gun. If you jump the gun, you will go back to square one. So allow yourself to follow the process, learn what it takes to build and develop capacity. It will come when you grow your value capital. It attracts favor, it attracts opportunities, it attracts, whether it's a monetary term, whether it's in, so I'm speaking from experience. I'm telling you from experience what has happened to me. So that's what I can say. Identification of yourself. Number two is actually staking your life to it and following the process. I've talked about mentorship, which is very important. Then number three, which is the final one, stay hopeful. Yeah, all of us thrive on optimism. Nobody knows the next thing that will launch him to the top. I can tell you, nobody knows what will take them to the next level. But what we can do is to do our best, right? We'll put in our best, but to say that this is the exact thing that will launch me to the next level, it is exclusively reserved for God. And if you show God that determination and dedication, He will just tick the button. Guess what? Because before you flip the pages of your life open, He has seen the end, from the very beginning. So if you're on the trajectory of living of a purposeful life, know that in the end it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be beautiful. And I'm sounding like a church pastor right now, but it's real. It's so real. So I wish so many young persons have this understanding, so they will stop mounting undue pressure on themselves. Stop comparing yourself to another person. You're on a different lane, you're on a different journey. Enjoy the process of your journey. The guy who bought 504 20 years ago cannot, he will be ashamed to bring it out today, because we have Lexus, Lamborghini, Ferrari. That's how life is. So if you allow your life to be driven by trends, things that are ephemeral, how long will you continue changing because of trends? Why not allow yourself to follow the process? And what I can say to you is that when you launch that your idea, it will be the latest idea, to be the latest idea. So that's what I have to say. There's so much more, but come into my mentorship program, and we will continue to have this meaningful conversation that will take your life to the very next level. Thank you, Success, for having me, and thank you, Jemmy Padre University, for the opportunity to
Wow,
share
wow,
over
wow.
here. Thank you.
Sharpen your hands. I'm sharpening my hands to clap right now. Please use the fire emoji in the comment section. Thank you so much, Val. Let's him see how much we appreciate him being here today. Please appreciate him in the comment section. Let him read your comments before he leaves. Thank him for being here. Thank him for taking the time to share his value. Thank him for sharing his knowledge to us today. Please use the comment section, okay? Because I believe you've learned a whole lot. Myself, I'm now a bag of value. I'm now a bag of value. Thank you so much, Val. Guys, please appreciate him in the comment section. It has not been easy. He has blown our minds. He has blown our brains. He has blown everything blowable. And make sure that you go and join his mentorship program, right? Ensure that you are a part of that mentorship program. In fact, go and follow him on Facebook so you'll be able to take advantage of every other opportunity that comes your way from him, all right? Go and follow him. It's Val Okafor. Follow him on Facebook. Follow him everywhere. Follow him to his mentorship program. And yeah, they are thanking you in the comment section. I hope you can see it. There is fire emoji everywhere. Thank you, Favor. Thank you, Bethel. Thank you, Shekina. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Oluchi. Everyone is so happy. And it has been an amazing session, Val. And of course, we don't regret bringing you on board. And we hope to do something even better with you soon. All right. Thank you so much for
I
coming.
look forward to that. I look forward to that. I look forward to that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Those in the comments. All right. I
Okay.
see
Bye.
you
You can
in the other room. All right. Bye.
Okay. Right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. I believe that you felt the impact. I believe that you've gotten so much value. I apologize for what happened with Mr. Samuel. Hopefully, we can bring him on board next time. So look forward to the next session. And until then, please continue to have a nice day.